right. So first things first, we just need to log into the website, which is always a process. Once you're in, you should come to the WordPress dashboard, which you're familiar with, this section. Now, the newest addition to your website is going to be these two sections down here. Firstly, WooCommerce, which is where you can find any orders in your system. You can add coupons if you ever want to run promotions and do, get 50% off or buy one, get one 50% off. You can set up coupon codes that apply to different products, or you can do a one-off and say, I'm just going to make this for, Kyle at maplehoney.co. So there's a lot of cool things you can do for sales and promotions using coupons. As well, there's reports looking at how many sales you've made, what's your revenue, what's your top selling products, things like that. And then lastly, settings, which is essentially just who gets sent a notification when an order is placed. Do you want to send, refund confirmations, invoices, all that type of stuff. So we'll touch on that later. But the first thing I want to focus on is your products. So WooCommerce has a whole bunch of different product types. Some are simple, some are variables. What I've set up for you with your products, I'll click on this and it will show us, is what's called a variable product. Now, it sounds complicated, but it's not that really. A variable product just means that you have multiple different options, and I've put sizes for you, and you can choose the different prices for the sizes and obviously update those. So what I'm going to focus on today is how you can edit your products and create, because I know I've just done a custom oil painted painting here, but what you can do is, very quickly is duplicate this product and create, an acrylic painted painting, or a custom, you have a combination like an acrylics and oil painting, right? Yeah. So you can duplicate this 3 times for the different, types, so the different styles, and have those around your website kind of featured. So, hey, here's custom oil painted, works that you can get done, and have all the prices and everything in there automatically. So I've put in just one product for you today, just so that I can show you, demonstrate how to set this up. Now I've set the price to $100 because that was the deposit at the time, but I'm going to go through this today with you just to show you how you can update the prices based on your, the full prices. So I'm going to just quickly bring up your full website so that I can get those prices. So in WordPress again, I'm going to click edit on the product and go into the actual product to show you how to edit this. So I've just clicked on the little edit button and it's going to load the product page. All right, why has it got a whole bunch of Elementor stuff? So it looks like it's taken a whole bunch of the Elementor stuff in here, so I'm just going to get rid of that because that's all code from your previous theme. Get rid of that. Just get rid of the wrong stuff as well. All right. I'm just scrolling back up to the top. So I'll just show you a quick layout of like what everything is. So up the top of edit your product, you're going to have the product name. So this is what we saw at the very beginning, custom oil painted artwork. You can change this at any point. So if you wanted to change the name to something that was a bit better, a bit more SEO friendly or anything along those lines, you can do it from here. Down here is the permalink. So this is what you'll be sending through to clients if you want to direct them straight through to the product. You can also change that. So I put a $100 deposit required in there. I'm going to take that out because it's not relevant and just click OK. So that's now changed the permalink, as you can see here. It says product, hand painted artwork. Now scrolling down a little bit, we've got the product description. So where this is going to display is essentially, it's going to show up, if I click preview, we can actually have a look at this. It's going to show up in the product description down the bottom of your page. So if you want to have a description on how people can order, any questions that you commonly get, any content that you want to put in there for your customers to see, this is the section to add it. Loads. So that's the description down here on the actual product page. Additional information will show any of the different variations. So we've got like painting sizes. And then also we have, the potential for people to leave a review as well. So always a handy thing to have, especially for SEO. If people do review it, then when people search your products, it will show that star rating. All right, so going back, I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit. So the next section for products is essentially figuring out the product data. So you can see here below the description that there's a section dedicated to product data. The first thing here is going to show you the product type. So remember how I was saying before that there's a simple product type, which is just like a, a t-shirt. No size variation, nothing, it's just a price. That's for the t-shirt. That's all it is. So a simple product is exactly that. You also can have grouped products, which is having a few comboed together. External products, which is obviously, if you've got something else on eBay or something on Facebook Marketplace, you can put it in here. And then lastly, what we've set up for you is the variable product. Now, you can see a whole bunch of options down here in the product data. The first thing that you're able to do is you're able to manage the stock if you want to, add in a product number if you have one, and also choose whether people can order more than one. Now, I've said that they can only order one per order. Would you like me to remove that?
Yeah, but yeah, they can. I guess they can order as many as they want.
Okay,
they
cool.
also need yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to check because with custom orders sometimes it's like one per order, but yeah, I've removed that so they should be able to order as many as they want. And because it's custom, right? Like there's no stock to worry about, so there's nothing there that you need to really worry about too much. So that's inventory, which is basically just the stock and the product number and whether it's being sold individually. So you can see that there's a lot of options down the side here. Now, one thing that you can add in is shipping costs. So I haven't added anything in here, but if you do know the weight and the dimensions, you can actually have it calculated through Australia Post or another service if you put in like all of your dimensions and weights. So this is quite a handy feature, but obviously it seems like is your shipping included in your price?
Yeah, it's free shipping, yeah.
Perfect. Well, if that's the case, then I would say that you can leave shipping blank, not have a shipping class, and basically just advertise that it's free shipping.
Yeah.
The next section here is linked products. So this is something where you can look to upsell or cross-sell products. So what I was thinking that we could do for your shop is, how you have the stretch canvas, so you get it all framed for your customers?
Yeah.
You could potentially have that as an upsell product or an add-on product. So, having people being able to add that to their order and be like, oh yeah, I'll go for a stretch canvas as well. That sounds good. And then they can purchase that along with their order. So that's something that definitely say we would add on as an upsell product.
Yeah.
So the next thing here is attributes. Now, what I've created is a custom attribute for painting size. If we wanted to, we could put in the medium type as well, like, if it's acrylic or if it's oil or whatever. So you could add that in here as well, but I've tried to keep it simple so that you could have, like, your shop doesn't look, like just one product and it's really complicated. I was thinking have 3 products, one that's oil, one that's acrylic, one that's a combination of both. And then your visitors can choose which one they want to go with and then choose the size and we'll have the different prices. So does that make sense? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I've saved the painting size in the attributes. This is where you can add in things like, if it was a t-shirt, you'd have colors, you'd have size, you'd have whatever. For the painting, I've just thought, let's do it this way. So the next thing there is variations. Now, the difference between attributes and variations is attributes are like, different sizes, different colors. Variations are those same things, but with prices associated with them. So I put in all the different combinations here. This is where it can get a little bit complicated, but I'm going to guide you through this so that hopefully it all makes sense. Okay. So what I've done is I've created a different product essentially for each different size. If I open this up, each of these are expandable. You can see a whole bunch of options in here. So what's being showed here is this product enabled? So is it available at all? Is it, downloadable or virtual? Like neither of those are related to this because it's a physical product. Do you want to manage the stock? So, this is more useful if you actually have an inventory and it's not a custom product, because if you've only got 10 available, you want to make sure that you don't sell 12, So that's an option that you can switch on and then put in how many you actually have. But for us, what I'm going to do is today, I'll just go through and add in the price for you so that you can see how this all works. So there's 2 different types of prices here, which you can see. There's a regular price, which is obviously the full price of the item. And you can also put in sales prices and schedule those as well. So you can say, this one's $500, but right now it's $250, so it's half price. And that sale is just for the month of July.
Yeah, okay.
So there's a bit of customization that you can do. And, you can actually do these across all of the different variations at the top here. So if, let's say, for example, you wanted to do a sale, you can actually go in here and be like, all right, set sale prices, go. I want all prices to be, you know, $250 for all variations for the sale.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can do like quick changes across the board if you wanted to. You could say, I'm going to set all the regular prices to this. I'm going to increase the prices by a certain percentage. So if, you know, some of these you'll have like, I've got one client, for example, who has like 60 variations for each product. You can't go through and edit them one by one. Otherwise you'd be there all day. So doing it this way means that it's a lot easier. You can also, you know, set like the scheduled sale date. So if we wanted to, we can say, all right, so the start sales date, for example, is 2018, sorry. And the first of this month. And then the sale is going to finish at the end of this month. So I'm just doing this for a demo just so that you can get an idea of what you can do. So now all of your products are on sale for $250 just for the month, and it will show that on the front end, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I know that doesn't really relate to what we're doing, but I just wanted to show you what you can do in here for the future, because I think that, you know, the way that you've been doing it and having an order form is great, but if you do it this way, you have a lot more functionality and, you know, customization in terms of if you want to do a promotion or you want to do a sale, you can actually do it quite quickly and easily.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, cool. So what I'm going to do is quickly go into your pricing and grab the prices and then just put them into the product. Because once you have the prices in here, you'll be able to go in and clone the product or duplicate it and then create it for, you know, for acrylics and then for like a combo and anything else.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I guess the prices are a bit more complicated than I remember.
Yeah.
So do we want to put in the variations as well for like the different numbers of pets and people?
Yeah, so I need it to, because it's different, it's the size and then how many people there are.
All right, cool. So we can definitely do that. That's not a problem.
Okay, and they need to be able to upload the picture as well so we can paint it.
Okay, cool. So I think for an upload, what we can do is add a custom field to WooCommerce so that they're able to upload the photo.
Okay, great.
And then as well, yeah, it's just figuring out how to do the size and then people variations. So what I'll do is I'll create the variation now. So essentially we're just going to do, so for each of these we have landscape and then one person or pet up to 6 people or pets. I know that some of these were less.
Yeah, because the first 3 sizes can only be up to 3 people because they're too small.
Okay.
Oh, and then 4, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So what I'm going to do is go back to here and I'll just say for the different types, I'll go trying to think what type of description you would say that. What would be a good description? I can't think. I'll let you have a think of that while I just complete this section.
I'll have a look on here because I'll just see some.
All right. How are we going with the
Just put
trying to think. It would be like painting content, maybe.
Yeah, for now. I can always change it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Put that in there for now.
Yeah.
All right. So now what's going to happen is if you do need to change the name in the future, you can always come into here, click on attributes, and just change the name.
Painting subject or something like that.
Painting subject.
Painting
Sure.
subject. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. All right, and I'll save the attributes. All right. So now the fun part. I'm going to go back into variations. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to delete all variations, because what I'll do is I'll create variations from all different possible combinations.
Okay.
So what this is going to do essentially is it's going to create different combinations for all different sizes. So it'll be like, you'll have landscape, 1 person, 2 person, 3 person for this size, and then the same for each different size.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong page. Let's go back. So that's created a lot of variations. And now you can see that we've got all the options down the side here. So these are all 50 by 60, up to 6 people,
Oh, yeah.
which we can remove.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to remove the ones that we don't need. So the 6 people, 5 people, 4 people for smaller sizes. So I'll just do that manually. All right, great. Now, if I expand this, what it's going to do is it's going to show us all the options that we saw before. And obviously, because I deleted them, it got rid of all the sale pricing and stuff like that, because we didn't want that. It was just for demonstration.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I'll copy and paste in these different prices. So for the landscape, 50 by 60, I'll put in the prices here. For 1 person, I believe it was the same price. Let me double check. Yep, so $3.99. Yeah. Do the same for 2 people. And on and on it goes. It's basically just making sure that they all have the right pricing in there. The good news is you're only gonna have to really do this once.
Yeah.
You do want to edit the prices in the future. Obviously, you'll need to go in and edit the ones that you need to. But again, you can use the master editor here. So you could go, all right, I want to increase the prices by X amount, or I want to increase the sales prices by a fixed amount. So you can actually change it and do it in a way so that if the increase, if you're doing it across the board, it'd be quite easy. If it gets any more granular, it might be a bit more tricky.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going through that. So I've done the 50 by 60 now for all the prices. So what we'll do is we'll get the prices for the 60 by 60, and I'll just remove, let's double check that. You've got down to 3 people. So I'll just remove these other ones very quickly. I mentioned it's always very slow when I'm doing video sessions, so.
Oh yeah, no, you're going fast. It's all good.
That's good. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. Is it all making sense so far? I realize Okay, awesome.
Like you said, it's all, I've seen all this sort of stuff. So
cool.
Like I haven't been into this section, but yeah, I'm familiar with the back end.
Awesome.
A little bit.
Well, that's good. I think that this is probably the more complicated side of WooCommerce. So like variable products is, a bit more complicated than your average product, but if you get your head around it, it can be really powerful, especially for your type of business. Like, I think that, what I would recommend doing is, having other paintings there that you can, demonstrate. And if you ever want to, you can talk to your artist and be like, do you mind if we start doing prints of yours? Or if you want to sell, products or paintings that you've done in the past that aren't custom jobs, then you could start listing paintings for sale. So you do have you do have the option to kind of like, choose where you want to take it.
Yeah, for sure.
So what I'm doing now is just going through the 60 by 90s and just going through one at a time, just grabbing the prices, double checking. And normally I have a person in my team who does this for me because it can be a bit time consuming doing data entry.
Yeah, it's just data entry, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But it's got to be done, right?
Yeah. Some people like doing it.
I know, weirdos.
Yeah.
I can understand. It's kind of therapeutic.
Yeah, maybe for like an hour, and then if that was your job.
That was one of my first jobs, actually, was data entry.
Yeah, me too. It was like I worked on a gas plant, and it was actually quite a hard job, but it was just so much data entry, and I was
oh my God, I can imagine it being so tricky.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So that's popped up there for some reason. Did I move it? I must have. All right, cool. So we are up to, here we are. I was wondering where the 6 people one went. So I've removed that. So essentially we're up to now the 75 by 100, but you see how you can, edit this and obviously add it all.
Yeah. Still there, yeah.
So I can complete this one for you and obviously get that done. And then what I recommend is just duplicating it across for the different types of mediums, so that I think that if you have too many options in the product, it can be just a bit distracting. But having this, I think, is totally fine. The sizes and the image type, or the painting type, like that's pretty straightforward. Most people would understand that quite easily. So I'm just going to preview. I'm sorry.
I even just think like, I don't know if I'll have the options of the three. If I could just have the one option of just because like the artist chooses.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I guess.
I think, it might be a good idea to have them there just because the reason I thought to leave them on your shop is so that when you have your shop page, you'll have like different types. So you could have like, your custom oil painting, you could have your acrylic, and then the artist choosing as well. And then when they click on them, then obviously you've got all these options in here. So this is how it would look on the front end, is basically somebody would come in, they'd see, oh, okay, so it's, $399 to, your top price. They'd be able to choose the different option. So 60 by 90, choosing landscape, and it's gonna hopefully come up with the price. Yep, cool. So it comes up with the price for that there. They can either add it to cart, or what I was gonna do actually was make it so that if they click here, it takes them straight to checkout, and then they fill out their details, upload the photo, and then you'll get an order saying, hey, Kyle's just ordered a 60 by 90 oil painting for landscape, and he's paid the $499. So hopefully that'll be able to come through to you, and you'll be able to then get the order and do what you want with it, obviously.
Yeah. And if it does add to cart, is that like they can go back in and check up on the order?
So add to cart right now means that it's just going to be added to their shopping cart and they can keep browsing. But I have a tool that I normally use which will change it so that it goes straight to the checkout. So it skips a process. So it's not like add to cart here and then going and actually proceeding to checkout. Like I like it just going straight to checkout because I think it's how many people are going to order more than one in a lot of industries is not that much, especially when it's like custom order. So it comes.
I like it how it's got the option to enter the coupon, because I'm going to have, like I might have when you sign up to the mailing list, you get a coupon.
I think coupons are going to be a great part of your business model because it's just such an easy way to, drive traffic and get people.
Yeah.
If you're doing promotions, you want to have a way where you can give them, a code that you can measure and go, hey, this campaign worked, I think that's great. Like just being able to do that. So essentially what will happen is they'll come through here. They'll be able to pay via credit card. So right now we need to link that up to your PayPal and make sure that that's working for you. But this will have like a credit card option. It'll show the order of what they're after. Obviously they'll fill out their name and billing details. And we'll just make sure that we have like an upload option here so they can upload their image, which is totally doable. So once they've gotten that, they'll be able to continue to their order, and obviously you'll get an order confirmation, they'll get an invoice, and you can, take it from there. Yeah,
perfect. I like it.
Awesome. Cool.
It makes sense now. I like it again.
I'm glad to hear that. I think that some of the things that I'm finding a little bit annoying is just the color scheme, like the blues. I like the blue, but the blue with the pink buttons like that there, I want to change. So I want to make sure that that's, either a white text or like a different color, if you will. So it's just needed to change a few little things like that, but everything else is working as expected. I think it's just a matter of making sure you're happy and that everything's working as you expect it to. And just finishing off the few little variations for the products. So just making sure these all have their prices in them. You can create the different variations if you like.
Yeah. So what happens if, like, the only other thing is, like, if I want to connect it up to PayPal, how do I do that? Or do you?
Yeah, cool. So it's already connected up to PayPal. The only thing we need to finish, let me just update this and then I can show you the rest of the system.
Okay.
So with PayPal, I've already installed the PayPal, we call it like a payment gateway, which means, where people can pay with a credit card. All we need to do is go into the PayPal app and connect it to your account. So before I was showing you WooCommerce here, where the orders are and things like that. I'll walk you through this in a tick, but I'll take you first to the settings.
Okay.
So in the settings for WooCommerce, this is where you can control your store address to allow the system to calculate shipping and taxes, because this can calculate GST and your shipping if you want to get them to pay for shipping in future. So I've just put in a close enough location, just somewhere in the Gold Coast. I hope you don't mind.
That's
You can choose which countries you want to sell to. So you can say I'm selling to all countries, or specifically selling to Australia, New Zealand, whatever countries you want to sell to.
Yeah.
And then, shipping to all countries you sell to. This will just a few other kind of things to calculate, like shipping and tax rates, as well as, can they use coupons and things like that. So I've already set all this up for you. Did you want actually to sell to any specific countries?
Yeah, we can sell it anywhere.
Okay, cool. So I'll just select none, change this back to sell to all countries.
Yeah, thanks.
That's fine. In fact, I don't even need to save anything, I realized. So up here at the top, you'll see that there's a tab for all the different settings. So right here is general. That's pretty self-explanatory. It's just things like, how does the dollar display? What country are you based in? That type of stuff. If I click on products, this is going to just talk about different product information. So what page do you want to display your products on? What measurements are we using? Are we using, grams, pounds, or whatever?
Yeah.
Are we, using centimeters, enable product reviews, things like that?
Yeah.
The next thing that we would look at, so shipping, you don't really need to know because you're doing free shipping, but payments is where you can add and, disable any payment gateways. So in here is a long list of different payment methods that you can use. So, direct bank transfer you can enable. And then when you set it up, it'll just send them your bank details saying, hey, please transfer this to our, Combank account. You can do checks, which I'd be surprised if anybody does that anymore. You can do like, cash on delivery, PayPal, and PayPal Express. So I've set you up with PayPal Express and Stripe. You can disable Stripe just as simply as switching it off if you don't want to use it. But with PayPal, to get this linked up, I'll click on Manage. And what it's going to do is take you to the page where you can click this button here, and it'll take you to PayPal to log in with your account. And that's pretty much all you have to do. Okay,
that's easy.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. And then once that's set up and configured, like I'll get you to do that once we've transferred it over to the website, because it looks at the URL, and I don't want it to be inspired.maplehoney. I want to make sure that it's the right website. Okay. So yeah, that's how you can link up PayPal. The last thing I want to show you before I realize that I'm on the free version of Zoom, so we're about to run out of time. The last thing I want to show you is orders and coupons. So if you do want to, see your orders, if you click on the orders page here, it's going to take you to a table where it actually shows orders. Now, unfortunately, there's none there because it's all blank at the moment. But let's just create like a dummy one and just pretend that there was an order. You'd be able to see the items, and I'll put a product in here so that we can see what it looks like. So oil. Let's just say that this is what it's like. So I'll create the order. So what will happen is any order that comes into the system, you'll receive a notification via email just saying, hey, you've received a new order. Here's the person's name. Here's the order. Here's what they got. And if you want to see the order as well, you can click on the order tab and it'll show you a summary of all outstanding orders in your system. Once you've shipped them, you can change it from, right now it's saying pending payment, but let's say that they already had paid. We can change the status on this at any point just by clicking on the order, coming in here, and you can change the status from pending payment to processing, which means that you're creating the painting and, obviously getting it ready to ship. Once you're ready to ship it, if you click completed, that will send a notification to the customer automatically saying, hey, your order's been completed and it's on its way. So it's a good system to use just to have a bit of a workflow. Going back to the orders as well, you should be able to click on the little icon here, I believe, and it has like a little pop-up. So if you want to quickly change things here, you're able to change the status unless it's completed, because that means that it's done. But if you want to view the order or edit it, you're able to do that really quickly from here. So it's a handy system. Do you have any questions so far before I move on to coupons?
No, I think that's good.
Okay, cool. So I'll show you coupons quickly before we run out of time. So the coupon system is pretty easy to understand. Like, if you've ever shopped online, you know how to use coupons, I'm sure. To create a coupon, what you do is click create a coupon. Now you'll create your coupon code. So I'll just say demo. This is a demo coupon code. Now scrolling down here, there's a bunch of coupon data that you're able to edit. So first things first is what's the discount type? So is it like a percentage? Is it a fixed product discount? Is it for, you know, the entire cart? So let's say it was like order now and you'll get, you know, $50 off your next order. I would go fixed cart discount, so they can order anything and, you know, as many products as they want, and they're going to get $50 off no matter what. And you can choose, you know, is it going to allow free shipping? You're already doing free shipping, so we don't need to worry about that. But we can also choose when that coupon expires. So if you said, hey, we're doing this promotion until the end of the month, you can actually make sure that that coupon is no longer valid once it expires.
Okay, cool. That's good.
There's a few other things here, which I'll quickly cover. So usage restrictions are things like how much do they have to spend in order to use the coupon? So you could say, spend $100 and you'll get $50 off your order if you use this coupon. You can also do a maximum spend, which I don't think anybody ever does, but you could say maximum is $1,000. This is more for percentage values. So if you ever were doing like 100% off, you'd make sure that you're not giving away your entire store, I guess. You can choose whether that's for one person only, or if they can use it, with one coupon only, or if they use it with other coupons as well. So you might have a coupon for free shipping. You might have a coupon for $50 off your order. You might have a coupon for 50% off. You don't want people to be able to use them all at the same time. So you can say, you know, just use one at a time. You can also exclude sales items. You can choose products specifically. And you can choose a whole bunch of other stuff as well. So, you know, if you want to exclude certain products or categories, you can do it here. And then lastly, what you can do as well is if you want to make this for just one person, you could put in their email address here.
Okay.
So if I wanted to, you know, this would be just for me. I'll put that in there and then save it. And you'd be able to say, this is a special coupon just for Kyle, and send that through to that customer being like, you know, so sorry that your order wasn't received on time or whatever. Here, I've gotten you a coupon off your next order. And that just means that nobody else can use it.
That's good. I like that.
Awesome. So the last thing to touch on is basically just the usage limits. So what you can say here is another way of protecting yourself is saying, you know, I'm only going to allow 100 of these coupons, or I'm only going to allow the same customer to use it once. So there's two different usage limits. So that's basically how many coupons in total do they have available, and how many times can somebody use the same coupon. So that's the two different sections that you can. And then when you're done, you just basically publish that. And people will be able to use that in the checkout. So if I go back in here and I go coupon code, I might have to refresh my screen, but we'll see if it works. We should be able to put in demo and see if it works. Coupon applied successfully. So now we scroll down, we should be able to see that the coupon has been applied to my order. I got $50 off.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome.
I like that.
So that's pretty much a WooCommerce demo. So I hope that I hope that I covered everything. Before I let you go, did you have any questions in regards to how to use the system, or?
No, I think that's in my head. I was just thinking, do you do tutorials for your $60 an hour? Can I get you for a couple of hours?
Well, I try to do it inclusive when I do a project, because I realize that the biggest part is educating people how to use stuff, really.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. But, so I didn't realize that my face wasn't on there the whole time. I don't even know how to get it. But
That's no problem. It's all good. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, we had this time to go through it together, and just really to make sure that you're comfortable using the system, because I realize, you know, it can be a bit complicated. So it's always good to go through it together.
Yeah, no, that was really helpful. Like, I don't feel overwhelmed by it now.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, I am here if you do have any questions, and obviously I'm going to finish off the product and the few other changes that you've requested. So if you could just send me through an email with the last few changes that you had noticed, you know, like links that weren't working or anything like that, I'll get that off for you today or tomorrow. And I'd love to schedule this in to go live before the end of the week. So I'm ready basically when you are.
Yeah, let's just do it. Once you fix the changes on the email, let's just go live.
Perfect. Sounds good to me.
Cool. All right. Perfect.
Awesome.
I'll email that through to you now.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Orly. All right. Well, I'll send you through this recording straight away. And if you have any other questions, just feel free to hit me up on email, or more than happy to answer.
Yeah. And will you send me an invoice for everything?
Yeah, sure. I think that everything's covered under the original price. I'm just going to go and have a look at that. But if there's anything else further that you need done, obviously I'll make sure to estimate that and get that to you. But I think the
Yeah.
original price, I'm happy to stick by. Obviously, it's been a bit of a delayed process, so I just want to make sure that you're getting good value.
Yeah, thanks so much for that. I appreciate it.
No worries, Ollie. I'll talk to you soon.